Hello everybody, welcome. All you guys that are going to be coming in here in a second. We're just sending out a tweet. Try to get some more people in here. Hey, Matt with the 8 months, dude. Thank you so much, dude. Looks like we got an emote or something for that, for your sub, dude. Thank you so much, dude. 8 months in a row, tier 1, dude. Oh no, 5-month streak, but 8-month sub, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Really appreciate you, my man. We're just getting started here, getting started up with everything. Just sending out the tweet to get everybody in here. There we go. Tweet is out. Let's make sure we let everybody know on the Discord that we're going live. How y'all doing tonight? Hopefully the game audio is not too loud. I can adjust it in a minute if it is. There we go. Got our tweets out and the Discord messages out. Xander, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Today we're gonna be playing some Flight Sim 2020, baby. Got the new flight simulator going. Hopefully, we don't have too many issues tonight. As you can see, I've got my yoke set up here. I did set up my radio panel, but apparently, at least right now, the radio panel is not compatible with Flight Sim 2020. So it's actually, this right here doesn't work, unfortunately. But it's screwed in, so I didn't want to remove it right now, so I'll remove it later. But we've got our Fly Honeycomb, our Honeycomb Aeronautical Alpha yoke. It's got some switches on the front panel here. I don't have a camera that you can see that with, unfortunately. Maybe future streams we'll set up something so you guys can see, like, over my shoulder cam kind of thing would probably be cool for you guys. But maybe once we get some more equipment installed and stuff like that. I've got the Saytech X52 throttle here that I'm using. Joysticks on the ground over here, but we got the throttle at least, because I don't have an actual throttle quadrant available right now. I'm gonna be probably getting, hopefully I'm gonna be getting that the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. I'm gonna be saving up for that, so pretty much anything that I'm getting right now is gonna be going towards that, because that's pretty pricey. I was thinking about building my own, but I'm not that expertised, and 2, it would take me probably a while to figure it out. So most likely I'll just buy that one after I save up some money for it, and that way I can have something that's a little bit more professional, ready to go out the gates, and I'm not going to hopefully have too many problems with that. What's up, Unknown? How you doing? Big High Rollers, what's going on, guys? Welcome. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be I'll switch over scenes here in a minute, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. I don't know exactly where we're going to fly to. Maybe we'll do some challenges, some flight challenges. I know there's like landing challenges on here. I don't know all what the challenges are. I feel like that the music's a little bit loud. Let me turn down the music just a little bit. There we go. Put it at a more reasonable level there. Yes, I am staff in DOJ now, being a media ambassador. Yes, I did get promoted last week. What's up, Goose? My man, dude, are you gonna get in with me right now, dude? You gonna do some flying with me, buddy? My dude. So yes, we are gonna be jumping in. Hey, Goose, I don't know if you have a radio panel, like a Saytech panel, like this, a Logitech Saytech like radio panel, but it doesn't work. It's not picking it up in game. About to head to bed. Oh man, you're killing me, dude. But yeah, so this radio panel doesn't work, unfortunately. So I don't know what I can do to fix that, because the game's brand new, so there's literally no support right now for anything. So I don't know, we'll see. I just put out a tweet to Logitech to see if they maybe can help me, or are they planning support. So I don't know, we'll see. Probably I'll look around at other people, maybe see if they have something set up. Some more of the hardcore simmers out there. I do plan on getting more equipment, like I said. I'm gonna probably get the Bravo throttle quadrant I gotta save up for that because I'm pretty broke right now, honestly. So yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Hopefully it picks up the game here. Let me see if I can switch scenes and pick it up. Alright, might take a second here. There it goes. Yeah, because this game is very finicky. I will say that. It does not like being tabbed out of. And so luckily I have pretty much everything set up on my Stream Deck to make that a little bit easier. But I've realized tabbing out of this game, unless you tab back in fairly quick, your game's probably going to crash. It does not like being tabbed out of. So that's a bug. You know, there is bugs. There's known bugs about this game already. So we'll be, you know, experiencing some of those probably. Yeah, they're doing pre-orders in September. September 1st is pre-orders for the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, and then October they're going to be shipping. So I'm hoping I can save some money or find some money, because I'm also saving for the new graphics cards coming out next month. So I'm excited for a lot of new stuff, a lot of new tech, a lot of new toys. Hey, no worries, dude. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for popping in though. So yeah, so I've got a lot of saving to do. So pretty much any contributions that you guys give is going right back into my sim gear, right back into this, so I can do better content for you guys. Gonna have some more fun and stuff like that. And like I said, once I get like some more stuff and clean up my space a little bit more, I'll set up like another camera, like maybe an over-the-shoulder camera. Maybe I can clip it to the chair or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll put up a stand behind me, and so that you guys can kind of see. I want to do like some hardcore sim stuff, so I'm hopefully like long term we can get some new stuff for that and it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so let's go ahead and we're gonna set up our flight here. I did do one flight already just because I wanted to get the feel for the new controls, and oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like, not everything 100% works the way, you know, it's meant to, but at least from my controller, like, it's not 100% compatible and everything, but for the most part it's there. I haven't configured all my controls, like my throttle here. I haven't configured it other than just throttle. I have some buttons and knobs here I haven't messed with, so it's all default. I'm not even gonna mess with it because I'm just gonna try to do, like, I'll just try to use my mouse if I need to flip switches or something. So right now I'm picking the A320 because that's the one I'm most familiar with. So we can try to do a flight with that. Also because I'm not a super well experienced pilot, so it's easier if I don't have too much to worry about there. Should fly the 747. I'll do that in time. In time I will. So it looks like we do have, like, so you can see there's some people online that are in Reno. So I'm down here in San Diego. What is that? I don't know what that star is. Maybe that's a favorite or something. But so we're down here in San Diego. Where is it? There's San Diego International. That's probably where we're gonna fly out of, just because I know it. All right, Noah. Thanks. Raisin was flying yesterday. It was the second aircraft he flew after the Cessna for training. All right, fine. You got me. Fine. We'll do it. Fine. I don't know how to start it up though, so it's gonna take me a minute to do the startup procedure. I don't like doing the auto startup. I want to do it like legit. So, what should we pick? The Dreamliner or the Intercontinental? Him flying it was kind of scary. I know, it was pretty scary. What do you guys think? Which one should we do? The 787 or the 747? So I do have the Premium Deluxe, so we do have all the planes unlocked, and all the maps that are currently available have been unlocked. White Sky Gaming, what's going on, dude? Is that Trace? I don't remember. You guys change your names so much. I don't remember who's who. Camaro, okay. Yeah, see, I always forget. You guys keep changing your names on me, dude. I don't know why you don't just have the same name. Consistency. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the 747 selected here. Gonna need a channel points reward to choose the next airplane. Yeah, we'll have to do that. That'll be something we'll have to do. So right now there's no liveries. They haven't made any liveries available yet. I imagine that they will add liveries, or somebody will make liveries for us. I always want to put a little bit in the center I don't know. It's just me. I just like to have a little bit extra. A little bit extra fuel doesn't hurt. It's probably a lot of why I screw up though, is because I'm messing with stuff. So let's see. What do we want our tail number to be, guys? What do we want our call sign to be and all that? Can't wait to play this game, but you're not home until Sunday. Dang, dude. You haven't changed your username in a while. Yeah, exactly. I don't change my username, so like, oh look at this. I'm like reaching over. My keyboard is way up here, in front of all this. It's such a pain. Because I don't. Oh, well, we're 191 because that's just the keys I entered trying to reach over to the keyboard here. We'll go flight number 1090. Flight number 1090. Oh wait, that was call sign 1090. Let's do call sign Delta I don't know. Delta 008. How about that? Flight number is 1090. And we'll do it heavy. 1090 heavy. Or no, we're Delta 008 heavy. Show tail numbers on. Alright, so we're gonna depart from San Diego. That's where I depart from. We're gonna be on the ramp. Because wait, not general aviation. I need an actual ramp here. No, I need a large gate. That's what I need. That's what I'm looking for. Is there not a... Oh, okay, there's one heavy gate. Holy cow. Alright. That's what we're going for. Our arrival gate, what do you guys think? Where should we land? Because we got a heavy plane, so we can do a little bit of distance. Where do you guys want to see us fly into? Where should we fly to, guys? We got all these different things. SeaTac? I don't know what SeaTac is. What's SeaTac? I don't know what that is. Oh, Seattle. That's Casey. Yeah. There it is. Seattle Tacoma. Okay, that makes more sense. LAX is kind of close, so it'd be hard. We wouldn't really be able to get up to cruising altitude and stuff. I did one from San Diego to Miramar, and it was like as soon as I got up, I was turning and landing. Like I didn't even get to cruising altitude. I got to like 2,000 feet off the ground before I'm like turning for landing. So I don't want to do something super close. So we'll do Seattle Tacoma. Ooh, Las Vegas isn't bad too. There is people in Vegas. Well, that's kind of close again still. But that's not too close. Where's that? Where's that at here? Let me see. I just want to have something where I like can get to cruising altitude, you know? I guess we can go there. North Korea. What we can do KLAS. Or Denver. We can do Denver. We'll do Denver. Denver International. KDEN. Alright. And we're gonna land on runway. Let's see. How's 1/6 left? Yeah, we'll go 1/6 left. So we are going to have our AI do all of our radio transmissions for us. You guys will still be able to hear them, but we're going to have them controlling ATC and doing the radio panels and stuff. So obviously our radio panel doesn't work. Otherwise, I would be more than happy to do that myself. I want to do VOR to VOR. I want to make this legit. No, here we go. IFR. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want IFR here so we can do proper. So we're gonna do out of San Diego International, whatever departure they're doing right now, over to TRM, their EED, the TBC to El Rain, to HBU, over to Denver. You don't know how to fly? Someone needs to teach you. Listen, I don't know how to fly very well either. But you can see our flight plan right here. Hopefully I can follow that. We're going to change our conditions here just because we're going to be starting cold and dark. And I'm not familiar enough with that. So we're going to give us a little bit of daylight. We can go in the evening. We'll go to kind of around dusk time. So that way once we get in the air, we can get some nighttime flight going. I just don't want it to be dark when I'm starting the engines here, because I'm not familiar at all with it. So we'll allow all players. So if anybody wants to jump in, they're more than welcome to jump in with us while we're doing this. We will do... we'll do live... No, I don't want to do air traffic, because we're just going to have player traffic. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Do custom weather, we're doing clear skies. We'll do live weather. Yeah, we'll do live weather at this time. That's fine. Alright, that should be good to go. So we've got our 747 leaving from San Diego to Denver. Weather is going to be, looks like partially cloudy at 6:43 p.m. Pacific time is our departure. So let's go ahead and take off. You would if you were home? Yeah, dude. Check out the... Oh, wait, that's my bot. Yeah. I was like, check out the feature home. I need to make some more 3D printed stuff. I started. I'm going to fly departure or just direct. I'm just going to fly direct to my first thing, because I don't know proper departures. That's something maybe once Goose jumps in with me and teaches me some more stuff, maybe we'll do some departure. I don't have any charts. I used to have a whole binder for San Diego International departures, all their star charts and everything, and it was like that thick of charts. There's so many charts for Southern California. So like I started printing it. I was gonna do a 3D print of a throttle quadrant, so you can see like there'd be switches here, and so I started printing that out pieces. I got an update to the file, but I think it's just gonna be a lot more work for me to build this. I might still build it just to have a second one that's maybe more designed for an Airbus, because the throttle quadrant I'm going to be getting is a little more designed for, Boeings, I think. So maybe we'll do that, and I'll have maybe the second one or something like that. Maybe I'll still DIY it. Fired. There it is. You gonna try to get there with Goose? Yeah. So maybe Goose can jump in one time, and we'll do a group flight or something like that, and do some fun stuff. So visibility. Oh, there we go. Missed that. Cruise speed is gonna be 493 knots. We'll probably go to 20,000 feet. Probably cruising altitude, or 25, somewhere around there. Visibility is gonna be 12.32 nautical miles. Winds 0.73 at 229 degrees. 15 feet. Meeting sea level. All right, ready to fly. So all of our systems are turned off. We will close this one here. So we're going to start a main engine. So we're going to bring up our checklist. You have it for VFR only. Okay. VFR is visual, basically, without, so it's just like looking out, and stuff. Like instrument is using the panels here for navigation. All right, before starting the engine, so I love the checklist. I love the checklist. It makes it super easy for somebody that doesn't know a plane to learn. And I can actually make this a little bit better. Let's see here. Switch to the overhead panel here. All right, so we'll close the ATC window because we're not going to need that. This procedures and controls during a flight. Notifications pop up. You press escape. I'm not gonna mess with it. Anyways, so we're gonna turn our battery on. All right. Battery switches on. Standby power.
Standby power selector.
Holy cow. That was loud. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna turn it to auto. We're gonna turn our external powers on.
D0081090 heavy readback is correct. Contact ground
Turn
on
APU on.
when ready to
The
taxi.
radio's a little bit loud. Might turn that off in a second. We're gonna do start. On when available is lit. Okay. We can close the battery guard.
Lindbergh
Got it-
ground
oh.
D0081090.
Well, I
Heavy
had
requesting pushback.
I had it at start, and then it like flicked back. External power, APU gen when available. Okay, that's what I think I did. That's what I did wrong. Okay, there we go. All right, so it's on. It's not acknowledging that. It's not liking it. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. On when avail lit. Alright, I guess we'll just have it at available. I don't know. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong, Goose? Yeah, we'll turn it back off. We'll turn our external power off. Alright. Then we're gonna turn our external power on. Then we're gonna have it on start. Happened to you in the alpha, could be glitched. Alright, so we're gonna release. We're available. On when available lit. It says it's on. Am I missing something? I have to wait for something to start up. See, I'm not familiar with 7.4s. That's another thing. Will it click them and transfer power from? Yeah, it did. So it says on. It's not letting me click the fuel pumps though. Here, we'll skip it and we'll go to this one. All right. Oh, a lot of fuel pumps. Come on, let's center us back up here. All right, come on. Gotta cycle through my views here. It's a lot of things to look at in a 747. This window could be a little bit smaller. There we go. All right. Main. We'll turn our main fuel pumps on. I'm just gonna turn all of these on. There we go. All the fuel pumps are on.
Fuel pumps.
All right, beacon. Turn our beacon lights on. That's on our yoke here. What's up, Live Fusion? How you doing, buddy? Yes, we are. We're playing Flight Simulator, dude. Brand new game. All right. So we're gonna make sure we're in idle for our thrust, which we are. Look, thrust looks good. I like doing this eval thing. Helps me learn this. Do you have a car leaks channel in your Discord? Maybe I do. Live Fusion with the Twitch Prime sub, dude. Thank you so much for the 3 months, my man. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the sub. Get you a round of applause going, dude, here. Okay, so we're gonna pull engine 4 start switch.
Pull. Engine 4 fuel control switch.
Gonna turn that
Run.
to run.
ICAS.
Watch our ICAS go up here for engine 4. And we'll go ahead and start our pushback as well. I gotta find our brakes. Where is speed? Is that the speed brake? Oh, there it is. How do I? There we go. Parking brake set, or released, I mean. So we're gonna get pushback here while we're starting up our engines. Come on, get down there. There we go. Alright, so this one's still coming online. Give that a minute. And then we should be able to get the other engines up here in a second. Alright, we've got a safe distance. They disconnected the tug from us. It's kind of a pain to go through these. Alright, let's just go ahead and turn all three on. And we'll do one at a time up here. I like this a lot better than Raisins flying. I mean, I have a little bit of experience. You know, I'm not like, I don't have a crazy ton amount of experience. But I've done a little bit of flight sim in the past. So like I have a little bit of knowledge. And the next one on. And we'll turn our last engine on here.
Lindbergh ground D008109 heavy with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Let's see here. We don't need ATIS because we've already got our information here. So we're ready to taxi. We just got called in for our taxi clearance if you didn't hear that. So we can do that as soon as we get our engines up and running here. Actually, we can start taxiing now. Why? What? Hello? Somebody else just spawned right in our spot. Alright, that's cool, I guess. We want to turn out to the left, I believe, because well, actually, I don't know. Let's see. We got to turn out. See, like, they don't push back enough. We need more pushback than that. Like, that's not even enough. I'm going to turn right. I mean, turn left and then go out. I'm not going to make this U-turn. That's ridiculous. You did like 2 tutorials and called it good. I mean, I can't say I've done a lot more tutorials, but I've done some of the basic, you know, Flight Sim X tutorials and stuff. So I've got pedals on the ground for our tail here. You can see our controls, checking all of our ailerons here, making sure everything is good to go. All right, we are looking good. So we're gonna make that left-hand turn and go out here. So we'll give it a little bit of juice.
Engines 1, 2, 3.
Yep. That's going to be auto-completed. After starting engine, turn our APU off, and we will turn our lights on. There we go. So this is like where it doesn't always work, because my controls don't exactly line up with all of this, exactly the total number of lights that are available. There we go. We'll just auto-complete that.
Lights on.
And we're all set. Oh, let's go back out here. There we go, that plane disappeared. Alright, give it some juice. So I've got the pedals for steering, which make it a little bit easier for us to steer while we're on the ground. Using the pedals during flight, however, I'm having some issues. I'm going to go right into this terminal. It's like sliding around underneath me. I need to get something to like grip this. But we're going to go hard into that truck there. Let's put a little bit of brake on one side here. Look at it, there's not enough room. There it is. Boom. Took out that truck. All right, so ground speed is going to be 20 knots here. Right now we're going about 17 knots on the ground. That plane on the ground is about to get knocked the fuck out. Yeah, pushback needs some work. It doesn't let me assign pushback either. And these cars are going to be a bit of an issue because they should not be crossing my path while I'm taxiing. But, you know, it's AI. What are you going to do? Yes, this is the Flight Sim 2020. Having some issues. It's sliding again. Yeah, every single sim. So my floors are like laminate, so like it doesn't do well with things that, you know, trying to resist them sliding. Same with like when I was doing my racing sims and stuff like that, where I've got like my pedals on the ground, everything likes to slide. Yeah, I need a non-slip mat. Actually, well, I don't know if it's a non-slip mat, but I have like a mat. I used to have like a piece of carpet that I actually taped to like under my desk, but that just got like really dirty over time, so I like removed it. So I need to get something else better there, something that I can like clean. But, and the other thing with this is I noticed when we get to the end of the runway, it's like, oh, prepare to go on the runway, and it just tells me to go off into the junk pile. So whatever. The graphics got way better, yes. The graphics are pretty amazing. Hopefully it's showing well for you guys and there's not really any issues. I know we did have some drop frames earlier, it looks like. I'm seeing a little bit of render lag, but that might have been earlier as well. But overall, the graphics are really amazing in this game. So you can see we are going, let's see, what is the speed now? We're going 24 knots. We're actually going a little bit fast. So I'm going to reduce it a little bit. So you can also see here we've got a little HUD here. I love this so much that they updated this to make it more modern and realistic, because I hated the flight sim ones where like you couldn't tell, you didn't have any ground terrain imaging and stuff like that. And so I love that they've added this in here to make it much more realistic and easier for me as when I'm trying to navigate and stuff like that, because I can't see over this. Like, luckily I can jump up like this and kind of see a little bit better, but this is the normal view. You know, like this is like leaning forward. So it's actually pretty nice that I can see like that, and I can see my alignment and stuff like that as well, which is nice. But I can also go third person if I need to. Pretty easily. I love the overlays. I know it's a little bit loud. I might turn it down in a minute. The overlays are really nice on the external view here, whereas before it was really pain in the ass to really fly external view because you didn't know what was going on around you or what your plane was doing. This has made that a lot more easier, and it's a nice clean UI. So I'm really excited about that clean UI that they've presented. And I've set it up so that it's like when we're in the interior, it realizes that like it's doing like a realistic, like the pilot's wearing headphones, so it's going to be a little bit muffled on the inside. Obviously the outside's going to be a little bit louder. So it's finally telling us that we're over speed on the taxiway here. So we'll apply a little bit of brake. We're going about 31 knots right now, so that's probably why. We'll bring that down to just under 20 here. And then we'll prepare to call out here for our departure clearance. Alright, so they called it out for us.
Cleared for takeoff runway 270-008-1090 heavy.
So if you can see right there, look where it's telling us to go. It's telling us to go off the runway. So there's some bugs there. It's not telling us to actually take the runway, which is right there, where there's actually an Airbus on the runway right now. So we're actually going to wait number 2 for runway 27 for takeoff here. Hopefully he actually leaves in a second here. We'll make sure we're throttle idle. God, I can't speak. I'm not worried about a parking brake. I was gonna set the parking brake, but I'm not worried about it. All of our stuff looks good. Oh, we need to set our flaps position 1 for takeoff. What's up, Mr. 330, my man? What's up, Denver? How you doing, buddy? I missed you, bud. How you been, dude? It's only $60 for the base game. So, like, they have... Oh my gosh, there's somebody else spawning. So you can see this is definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator. These are real people. Remember, I turned off AI traffic, so these are actually people in-game that are flying out of San Diego right now, that are lining up to fly out, and they're not obeying any kind of physics laws here. So this is definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator. No, programmer. I don't care what people think. That's just stuff I found for when I was doing 5PD stuff. So it's obviously my collection of stuff that I found, but I'm not going to distribute anything. And we're not going to talk about it anymore in the stream. All right. So they're still on there, but they'll probably take off shortly. So we'll go ahead and we'll start off and we'll push out. Go and give it some throttle. Nope, because I don't believe in doing that. Yes, this is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. We should have made that turn a little bit harder. There we go, so we'll get lined up here for takeoff. I don't know about a toga button. I don't know if there's a toga button on this aircraft. I know on the A320 there wasn't an operational toga button. No, the game is released. I did get the game in beta, but I wasn't able to actually play the beta before it actually came out. But they did send me a beta copy, so I technically did get the beta, but I wasn't part of that. I don't think we have a toga button on the 7.4 that I know of, at least. Maybe Goose or something knows more about this than I do, but I don't see a toga. Alright, so we're just going to take off. Hopefully we're lined up correctly. Yeah, we're pretty even. Gotta turn a little bit to the right, though, here. Is there a toga button on the 7.4, Goose, that you know of? No toga button. There we go. So that's the answer. See, and even though I'm on the runway, technically, it's still trying to enforce the 20 knots until I get over the threshold. Whatever. And then there it goes, and it goes away. We're gonna need some serious power to get this puppy off the ground here. Positive rate. You're up.
V1.
Oh, we are low.
100.
D008109 heavy contact SoCal departure on 124.35.
Alright, so we're doing our climb phase here. We've got to maintain 250 knots or left. Oh, we're actually at 10,000 now, so we don't have to worry about 250 knots.
SoCal departure
The Class Bravo airspace, we've got to do 250 knots or less under 10,000. Oh wait, no, we're at 1,000, not 10,000.
SoCal departure continue to Tango Romeo Mike as planned. Altimeter 29.87.
Yeah, I was thinking that was 10,000, but that's 1,000. So we've definitely got to decrease our airspeed here a little bit. Let's see. We got to decrease and then we'll put it back. Yeah, we're still too fast. It said maintain 70%, but we're still... Maybe if I increase our climb a little bit here. We'll go to 20 degree incline. And then we can bring that up to 70% throttle here. Savage Panda, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? You thinking about buying it, Live Fusion, dude? I would definitely recommend it. If you have any interest in flight simulators, I would recommend it. This is going to be the next... This is next-gen flight simulators, you know, so... joystick button 1. Okay, so that's going to be back there. Alright. Alright, so we're going to have our departure here. We're going to make a right turn. We're going to make our first right turn here, and we'll continue our climb to get out at 10,000. Or up to, we're going up to 11,000 right now for our initial climb. So we'll start making this turn here to get to our inverse vector. Biggest map of any game ever? Yeah. I'm just going to keep an eye on that since no point just looking at the sky.
.35 for D008109.
Right, so we just got a handoff for another frequency. There we go, we're on SoCal departure now.
Heavy is climbing through 7,100 feet for 11,000 feet.
So you heard him there, we're climbing for 11,000.
1090 heavy SoCal departure continue to Tango Romeo Mike as planned. Altimeter 29.87.
29.87. Shit. I don't know where the altimeter is on this. Goose, where's the altimeter on this? So I can set it. No, that's for autopilot. Altimeter is basically, it tells you where the ground is. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Oh well. 14,900 feet. So we've got to get up to 14,000.
Climbing through 8,800 feet for 11,000 feet. D008109 heavy Los Angeles Center continue to Tango Romeo Mike as planned. Altimeter 29.87.
So we've got to get to 14,009 and 75 nautical miles. So now we're switching over to LA Center. Now we're at 11,000. And we're going to keep climbing. Give it a little bit more power here so we can go up higher, quicker. So we've got to get to that 14,000 feet. See, we're hitting the cloud layer now. It's not showing up on my nav. Let's see. That's inoperable, so some bugs here, it looks like. Because I can't see, my nav's not showing up here. It's only on PFD. Let's see, what do I got here for options? So let's set, we want to go to 14. I don't know how to set that, the mini one. Alright, I'm just not going to worry about that. Alright, so we're getting up there now. We're at just passing through 14,200. 300 now. Gotta get up to 14,900. Then we'll level off. So I'm trying to be as legit as possible with this. I'm not an expert on IFR flights by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just going off of kind of some knowledge that I've kind of picked up and hoping that it's kind of right. Pretty much. But you guys can feel free to correct me if I'm doing something wrong. I have no problems with that. Because I do want to learn how to do this properly. Alright, so we're at 15,000. So we're going to level off now. Actually going to bring it down just a hair because we're a little bit high. There we go. Ooh, man, we go down a lot faster than we go up. I'll tell you that. Alright, so we're going to set it to level off right there. It's alright, we'll just be a little bit high. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Where is the rate of climb, or is that not in commercial? So you can see, I don't know properly. Maybe I'm not right on that, but.
1090, have you please expedite your climb to flight level 230?
Why 230? It's telling me to go to 14.9 at this vector. What? All right, I guess we'll go to up to 230 for Delta 008. So let's get our autopilot in here. Because we're automatically going up here, so. Oh, that's how I do it. What? Alright, whatever, we're just gonna do that. How do I get this? Get this engaged for... I don't want either one of those. Where's my altitude? What am I missing? Oh shit, we need some de-icers. Where's our de-icers? Anti-ice. There we go. Turn our window heat on. There we go. Hopefully that'll decrease some of our icing that we're having there. We're gonna give a little bit more power so we can get up to 230. Because we're still not climbing enough according to what the Los Angeles Center wants us to do here. What am I missing here? I don't want to do speed of 200. What? We'll do 250 knots. There we go. Did I put a flight plan in the FMC? Yeah, well, I do that before flight. So like in the menu it puts it in. But it's, at least I think I did. I don't know, honestly. Let me see if it's in there. I don't 100% know where I'm going. Legs. Routes. Case in origin. Denver.
Climb and maintain flight level 290D0081090 heavy.
Legs. Yeah, so legs are in there. What did they say? Flight level 290. Alright, so we're gonna turn that back on. Okay, that's on. So put Alt bug up and hit LNAV, VNAV to climb. God damn it. Like that? Ooh, God, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What'd you do? Oh, man. That wasn't good. That wasn't right. Whatever you just did, whatever you told me to do, we're shutting it off. Okay. That didn't work. There we go. Disengage. Put it at 280. Yeah, I don't know what the heck you just had me do. But that wasn't it. There we go. Oh, crap. Well, now it's on like a heading thing. What did you have me do? Alright. I don't, well, but it's telling me my waypoint's right here. In front of me, 20 miles in front of me. And when I hit that, it just told me to, it just made me bank right. Was it because I was that far off? Alright, fine, I'll do it. Zoom out on my range. Alright, let me see. I don't think it works. There we go. Oh yeah, it's because I was far off. Okay. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, buddy? Hey, no worries, dude. That's what it was, because I was so far off. Because that takeoff, that departure got us like way off our base there. Yeah, okay. Alright. That makes more sense. Thanks, Captain. Is it gonna adjust my speed and my altitude for me, or is it just doing my heading? a hard bank right there. Hold on to your seats, everybody. Holy shit. Going vertical over here. Oh my god. It's doing this on its own. That's insane. Yeah, see, now it's bringing me back down. Whatever. I don't know. So this waypoint here, that's telling me 14,900. That's where I'm supposed to be altitude-wise, right? For that waypoint? For that VOR? Or whatever it is, vector? Whatever the proper terminology is for that. So I'm just about to dive bomb right now. With a plane full of passengers. Descending from 28,000 feet to 14,000 feet, and I've got 2 nautical miles to do it. There it is.
Climb and maintain flight level 430D008109 heavy.
Flight level 430, he said? Okay. So we passed through our first waypoint. Holy cow. This is like unsettling watching this thing. Okay, let's see if we can turn down the outside audio a little bit here. Come on. Get rid of that. Let's see. I don't know how to get out of this menu. I don't know. How did I do it before? I don't know. I don't know what I did before. That's weird. But anyways. Guess I can't really do too much external view because it's so loud.
D008109 heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 430.
Like, what? This doesn't seem normal. To be going up and down like this. Like, I've never been on an airplane where it's like a frickin' roller coaster ride. I don't understand. Should I reduce some throttle? Is that gonna help me at all? I mean, I would assume it's because we're going too fast, so it's pulling up, but then it's just like, it's just doing this. I know, right? We're gonna need some, make sure everybody gets barf bags. Flight attendants, please pass out the barf bags to everybody. Let's see. Do we have does our seatbelt button work on this? I know it didn't work on this on the A320. What do we got down here? Let's see. Our PFCs. What is all this? Does this do anything? Doesn't look like any of this actually works. Yeah, in-op. You see in-op, so there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. So I'm sure somebody will find a way to do it. Make a plane that actually works. Bim boom. That's what I was looking for. Cabin chime. Test buttons don't work either? Come on. Let's see. No call button? No seatbelt button? Am I missing it? Thing keeps rocking back and forth on me. Why are our taxi lights on? Let's turn those off. I can't grab it because oh, alright. Yeah, we've had our taxi lights on this whole trip. Autopilot's having a hard time. I know, right? Tell me about it. Let's get our panel lights. We can turn that down a little bit. What other floodlights do we have over here? I'll be fine. Little computer here doesn't work. That'd be cool. This flight is why I don't like to fly. There it is. Chart light doesn't work. That's what I noticed. A lot of the stuff isn't functional, and that's a little disappointing because you think like for X-Plane and stuff like that, the people that made those made like the third-party aircraft and stuff like that. They made it so that like, you know, a lot of it's operable and everything, and I would think that something that's supposed to be next gen, you know, they would have a lot of this fixed. Yeah, Raisin must have taught the autopilot how to fly here. Here, we'll zoom out, just so we can get a little bit more of the cockpit view here. I'd go third person if I could figure out how to turn down the volume. Coco, thank you for the host, dude. If I could figure out, because I can't tab out, so I have to do it within the game, but I can't figure out how to get to that menu. I don't know what the pause button is. It's not escape, clearly. It was nice that I don't have to do too much. The camera tab? I don't think it was in the camera tab. Maybe. It's just doing that. No, it's not that. I did it somewhere, because I remember when I did my little test flight, I was able to get into the menu. And this one I'm not able to do that. Wait, was it fuel? No. No. Navlog? No. Oh, we didn't start our stopwatch. Should have done that, I guess.
134.65 for D0081090 heavy.
Try, yeah. Let's see, what other options do we have here? We got our travel to. We've got our VFR map. I know, right? It's sketchy. What did I do last time? For the life of me, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm in the air that I can't hit the escape key because it's multiplayer. Maybe it's one of those things where you have to be stopped to go into the menu. It could very well be it. I don't know. If anybody else knows, let me know. This is the only reason why it's hard to get into Flight Sim, because these kind of are like real-time based in a way. For the most part, like, you know, like you could spend an actual couple hours doing a flight to be legit in a flight simulator. And I just find that so amazing, like, that people spend that much time doing the flight sim. It's crazy. Oh wait, ooh, what was this? What is this? What's on this? What's on the yoke? Oh, autopilot disengage. Okay. I just wanted to see what that button was. Your normal flights are 10 plus hours? Dude, how do you have 10 plus hours of free time? Okay, speed brake is armed. He put the flaps back to 0 already, so we're good on that. What's up, King? How you doing, buddy? Say once you wake up, and then after dinner you land. Oh my god, are you kidding? That's funny. Why would you do that though? Why would you, like, that doesn't make sense of why you would do that at all. Honestly. Why would you, like, start a game and then just leave? Like, what? Oh my gosh. That's funny. What's up, emo chick? How you doing, buddy? So this is the new flight simulator, guys. If you're not aware of what's going on right now, we are flying from San Diego International to Denver International Airport. Right now we're going to our second waypoint. First FS? What do you mean? It's the 2020 flight sim. How good am I at flying? Not very. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay. Like, I'm not great. So, like, the getting off the ground isn't the hard part. It's the landing. That's the hard part for me. I suck at landings, and you guys are gonna see that when I try to land. That's gonna be the hardest part of this entire journey. No, it's not my first flight sim. No, I played like back in the day. I don't remember actually what it was, like Flight Sim 2003. I think there was one before that I played even. And then I played Flight Simulator X. I had that back before, like, Steam was a thing, you know? Back before it was on Steam and all that, and it was just regular Flight Simulator X, and you were connecting to some jank servers. So I played back then. You know, I can't say that I was really great. You know, I was still playing on a simple joystick back then. Not very. That was like when I had like a super cheap joystick, and it was like the $20 or $30 joysticks that had the little throttle knob. That was your throttle. Like that movement, that much movement was your 0 to 100 throttle. That was hard. To not being able to control throttle very well. Like this, I've got a much wider range of throttle motion here, so I can be a little more precise with my power. Whereas I couldn't do that before. So I've made some upgrades over the years to my components, you know. Look at that sunset, I know. Ooh, talk about a screenshot right there. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Go ahead and get a Steam screenshot if I can. I don't know how to take screenshots in this game. Like, good ones. There's a way to do, like, screenshots probably, but I just don't know how to do it. I know they haven't put in the replay function, which is what a lot of people use, and, like, X-Plane and stuff like that to get, yeah, Alt F4, there it is. to get like really good cinematic shots and stuff like that. They'll do their replays of their flights. God, just imagine watching a replay of this flight, of it just going like a roller coaster up and down all over the place. Oh, damn it, I've got a freaking moth in here now. God damn it. My roommates like to leave the door open, and I'll let all the moths in, so that's fun. Alt F1 if you have GeForce experience. That's true, but I mean, it doesn't get rid of the overlays. You know what I mean? I could do it really quick, maybe. There you go. Before the overlay kicks on, I can hit the screenshot. I don't know if it actually saved, because I didn't hear it actually do the little Steam thing. But, we'll see once I get out of game if it worked. Man, look at these views here. I can actually turn, though. We can actually look at it a little bit. That looks so nice. Just looking out the window. I don't know what river that is. Views on views on views. He's able to get it without the overlays? I'll have to figure that out later. Respond to a text message real quick. There we go. Texting and flying.
Descend and maintain flight level 430D0081090 heavy.
I wonder if this is like fighting it at all. You had a game dev. He had a game dev helping him fly? That's cool. Oh my god, look at this sky, guys. Dude, so you got the starry sky over here where it's coming and turning into nighttime. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then you got the nice sunset over there, which we can't see because we're doing a hard bank. This autopilot's not the best. I found that in like X-Plane too, where just the autopilot just isn't the best.
D0081090 heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 430.
What? I am at level 430. Is it dumb? Or is it saying 420? No, 430. Look at we're at 429. We're at 430 right here. How is it saying we were 300 feet? So we were at like 434 or whatever. We were descending. Turn our panel down a little bit there. We don't need too much light. What do we got over here? These don't work, of course. Ooh, that looks beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, came wrong never. Doesn't happen. We can actually turn down our... We can turn off our lights. We don't need them. We've got panel lights. We'll turn our map light on over here a little bit. Which I don't actually see. Oh, there it is. We've got our... Turn these up here. game was way overhyped. What do you mean, dude? It is hype. You could with this one, Chris. What? Do engine failure? Oh no, I'm not doing engine failure. Corrupt hard with the raid of 6, my man. Thank you so much, buddy. How are you, buddy? How was your stream? What are you up to tonight, dude? Are you gonna pick up Flight Simulator and come fly with me, dude? White Sky Gaming with a Twitch Prime subscription, my man. Thank you so much for the 9 months, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, it is multiplayer. Forgot to do sub-hype earlier. Got some sub-hype modes now. Let me see. Can I do any more panel? There we go. Turn our panel lights up. We can turn those down a little bit now. Yes, it is multiplayer. I don't think they have shared cockpit set up, but they do have multiplayer. Are landing lights on? No, they're off. Okay. Just want to make sure. Look at this beautiful cockpit. That's a screenshot in itself right there. Look at that. That is beautiful. I don't know if it took a picture or not. We'll see. I like how easy it is to switch between views. Like, this is all, I haven't set up any controls. This is all default configuration. It auto-detected my yoke, my throttle, my pedals. It auto-configured everything for me. I didn't need to set anything up. Obviously, the radio panel doesn't work, but all the stuff that does work didn't need any actual setup. So that was super nice. I looked at the controls to see what it had set, so I know like what my controls are. Like, I've got my disengage autopilot here, which is a red button, which you can't really see. I've got the switch views from internal to external. I've got my trim, left and right trim, and I've got up and down trim on the other side. Alright, so we're switching to LA Center again. I've got the reset view here, Los Angeles button, and then I've got the actual hat heavy flight level 430 to change views and look around and stuff like that. And then I can easily swap between all my views. You know, I can swap between each panel nice and individually, and I can check on everything. Where's index? There we go. I'll just leave it on that one. And I can easily go back, you know, to the beginning and move around. I know, it's non-stop traffic. Well, I have an AI co-pilot, so he's doing all the radio transmissions for me. So I don't have to worry about doing any of that stuff. So we've got our radio panels over here. We've got our squawk code 5526. They probably would have given me a squawk code if I would have done manual radio and stuff like that, but we didn't do it manually. So we got some more trim back here. And it's nice and easy for me to jump back to the beginning. And no issues. Super clean. I wish I could, like, I mean, I could still do it with the mouse. Like, I can drag around and stuff, and then see, I can just click the button, it goes right back to center, which is nice. But I wish, like, I could use this hat to slowly, like, pan, but I can't do that. But, you know, it's give and take. Can only do so much. I know they are planning track IR support and VR support. I probably won't do this in VR, but I will probably try to do track IR once it's set up and fully supported and everything like that. I'll probably look into getting track IR set up so we can have some of that in game here. Would probably be pretty cool, I think, to have that track IR and then like moving around the cabin and stuff like that for doing all of our button pushes and all that, and all of our startup sequences and checklists. I think that'd be cool. One thing I noticed they don't have a landing checklist. So they only have before starting, and after starting. Which I don't know why it didn't. Auto-complete page. Hopefully I didn't just screw something up. I don't know why it's not letting me like go to that. It's not letting me complete that. Oh well. Are there any ATCs in chat? No. There are no ATCs. So this is all AI ATC. VATSIM does have ATC support, but we're not flying on VATSIM.
Heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 430.
There we go. Back yelling at us again for a couple hundred feet.
Descend and maintain flight level 430 D0081090 heavy.
So yeah, so like eventually once I learn how to do some proper you know, piloting and stuff like that, then maybe I'll look at doing getting into the VATSIM network and doing some more of that. I used to do a little bit. I did some very basic training, like early stages of training for ATC for VATSIM back in the day, because I had really wanted to do that a long time ago. But learning, and I was doing it for the ZLA, the ARTCC for ZLA, the Los Angeles area, Southern California, and there's a lot of shit to learn. Let me just tell you, for Southern California, there's a lot. I never actually got a rating. I didn't complete my training because I couldn't figure it all out, honestly.
D0081090 heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude.
This is when the AI gets annoying. Look at, I'm literally right at it. It, you know, it told me a second before I got to it. That's so dumb. Anyways, but yeah, so I never actually got one. I think it would have been, though, if I would have taken the test, it would have given me clearance. I think would have been my thing. I think they start you out on clearance for a ZLA, and then you move to tower, and then you go to ground, which to me kind of doesn't make sense, because I would think that starting on ground would be the best. Because you don't need to know as much, you just need to organize people. You know, you're not worried about doing departures and stuff like that. You're just moving people on a map, basically. So I would think that ground would be the better one to start you on before learning clearance, to where you have to actually give somebody their flight plan and verifying flight plans and stuff like that. That was the hard part, was figuring out verifying flight plans and stuff like that for clearance. No, we're talking about VATSIM, King. At least you can't right now. Maybe that'll be later. FSX had it, so you could be ATC. So who knows? Maybe they'll add it in the future. That was part of like their gold edition for FSX Gold Edition. I remember back. I actually bought like 2 copies of the gold edition back in the day on disc before it was on Steam and all that. But I know I bought a regular edition, and then I bought a gold edition because I wanted the ATC, and the regular edition didn't have it. So who knows? Maybe that'll be something they add down the line. I mean, I know VATSIM is pretty big now, so they might not even bother. They might just leave it for VATSIM. But you know, I mean, you could do pretend ATC, I guess. But yeah, that's why I think it would be better if you were like started off at, when you did VATSIM, you started off at ground. Then you went to clearance, and then to tower, and then to like center or whatever. But it just seemed like the order didn't make sense to me. You know, as somebody that's learning from the ground up, there's no pun intended there, but starting on the ground would probably be the best option. So that was where I failed, was doing the clearance, because I didn't know how to check clearance. I didn't know where to find all of the information for clearances or flight plans, and so that's where I failed. Was like, oh, you gave them the wrong clearance or something like that, and it's like, okay, well, maybe the pilot should know where he's going instead of me telling him. How about that? You know, I don't know, it's just me. Why do I need to know where the pilot's going? That shouldn't be my job. I should just be approving him. Yep, looks good. Okay, you've got a departure and a landing. All right, see you later. That's all you need. Pushback approved. Honestly, though, I think the whole idea of clearance is pretty dumb. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think ground, it should just be ground. There shouldn't be clearance. It's just, you have, as long as you have a flight plan, you know, filed, a start and end point at least, you know? Yeah. Good luck, have fun. Clear for takeoff. I don't know. Be cleared as filed, pushback approved, push to start approved, advised and ready for taxi. There you go. That's all you need right there. Boom. Done. Clearance done. Don't get lost. Make sure you have your TomTom on you. New York airspace is the dumbest in the world. 3 major airports with 20 miles. Yeah. I mean, we have smaller airfields. I mean, they're definitely more than 20 miles apart, but we have smaller airfields in Southern California that are scattered around, like private airfields and stuff, or just small plane airfields like Cessnas and stuff like that, or small jets. We have quite a few of those in Southern California. But like when I was doing this, so that's the whole thing with ZLA, is that you have to manage from the Mexico border essentially up past LA. Is that entire airspace you have to learn. And so I had to learn all of the charts basically for every airport from the border to LA. And there's like 6 or 7 airports, I think, in that vicinity. So it was just insane, the amount of stuff. That's why I literally made a binder, okay, and I threw it out because I was like, I'm not gonna use this. You know, I did that when I was like cleaning and doing spring cleaning and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I've been holding on to this binder of charts that I've never touched for the last year, like 3 years. Let's just throw it away. Yeah. So yeah, it was like literally like that thick of a binder, like probably like a 1.5 inch binder or 2 inch binder of, no, probably 1.5 inch of charts. And that was arrival charts, departure charts. You know, they call them star charts for their arrival. So yeah, so I'll have to end up doing that again eventually, but because I did actually looked into VATSIM when the news of Flight Sim came out. I was like, all right, let's look into VATSIM again. Let's figure out what's going
Denver
on.
Center D008109 heavy flight level 430.
We're on Denver Center now. We're getting close.
1090 heavy Denver Center. Continue to Tango Bravo Charlie as planned.
Tango Bravo Charlie. Let's see how close we are. Let's look at our legs here. Yep. So we're coming up on the end. So we've got, how much? We got 28 miles to that, and then we've got another. We still got another 1,000 miles, right? You just add these together, right? Or is that like the total leg is 600 miles? I guess that'd probably make more sense. The total leg is 600 miles. Your New York airspace is so little, it's basically EWR, LGA, JFK, and ISP. Yeah. I was gonna try to pull up like a Steam overlay, but I don't want to risk crashing. Dude, look at that. Look at that. Let's go outside. Which one are these lights in the front? What are those lights? How do we turn those off? 'Cause I don't need those, right? I don't need those lights on right now. No, let's do. What lights do we have on? Oh, we had our lights here, our landing lights on. I don't know why those were on. That's weird. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful. Got our tail light on. I love that it lights up the ground on our waypoint. Look at that. It's like, here's your waypoint. Oh, look at all the waypoints look like they're lit up. That's kind of cool. What is that on the ground, I wonder? Continue TBC. We're 300 above again. Meh. Quit whining. Alright, unknown. I'll catch you later, buddy. How great is the roller coaster? Yeah. We're not too far out, actually, from Denver. So we're coming up on TBC here. So we've got TBC on our navigation. Then we'll be heading to our next vector here. Yep, so we're going to El Rain. We got 41 miles for that. So we're coming up on, got about 150 miles left before we get to Denver. So I'll let you guys do the math on that one. We're going 257 knots. 150 miles to go. How long is it going to take for us to get there? Somebody just messaged me on Discord, so let's take a look and see what that is. Really quick. Ain't that smart? Ground speed indicator top left and nav display. What is that gonna tell me? Oh, the miles. Is that like miles per hour or something? Ground speed 489. So 15 minutes probably left. Or a flight. So we'll be coming down for a descent shortly probably. As soon as we 28 miles to go before we hit our last marker there, and then we'll start our descent. Maybe? I don't know. How long does it take to descend? What's a normal, like... Because it's usually like, what, like 10 miles out of the airport? Is that what it is? George, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, my man. Right now we're hanging out, doing some flight sim. We're on our way to Denver International Airport right now in a 747 Intercontinental. 20-30 minutes about to descend. Holy cow. Like, this how long it takes to descend, or... That doesn't sound right. Then we'd be like descending now. Unless we've got more time than I think. Let's see, let's get our range out. Oh yeah, we've got a ways to go, honestly. That's 320 miles. So no, we've got a long way to go, actually. I was see, because yeah, I've range set to 320 now. And Denver's outside right there on the edge. So we've got a few hundred miles to go. Airbus is the best by far. I will say the Airbus was a lot easier to mess with, to do, you know, to operate. Because there's just a lot less buttons to use and a lot less things to know. You know, because you're rocking two engines versus 4 engines for one. There's just a lot more going on with this 7.4. I don't have any way to do reverse thrusters though. One thing I didn't do on my test flight was I didn't set my brake properly on the Airbus, and I don't have any way to trigger reverse thrusters, which I don't even know if they are operational on this either. Let me see. Can I get it reverse thrust? No, it's not even letting me touch reverse thrust.
D008109 Heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend
Shut
and
up.
maintain flight level 430.
They tell me of my altitude. Mind your business. Nobody asked you. So, I don't know if is Goose still in here? Goose, what do you do on your long flight? Well, I guess you told me you leave, but like, what do you do like when you get back home and you still have like a ways to go? Like, what are you doing? What do you do to occupy your time while you're just kind of sitting here with autopilot on? Netflix. There it is. You must be in a highway then. Watch Netflix. I know, right? Yeah, becoming a highway for a minute. There it is. Well, I said it first, but you just didn't see it until after you typed it. Because of the delay. I wish we could do more things in here, like, I don't know, mess around with more stuff. I remember on a plane that I had downloaded for X-Plane, I was able to actually close the cabin door back here, or the cockpit door. Let me see if we can even get to it. No, it doesn't even. Let's see. No, fire control is disabled as well. See, that's one thing that X-Plane had, is they had a lot more planes that had a lot more things. But they were also around for a long time and had third-party developers making a lot more stuff, so... I mean, it'll obviously come in time, but... I just kind of expected a little bit more out of the launch of this, honestly. There's just so much crap up here, dude. Like, you gotta turn the batteries on, then you gotta turn all 4 APUs on, and you gotta do everything else. One thing that they don't have, or at least that I don't remember hitting, is packs. Yeah, see, the packs aren't operable, which would be kind of a... Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's engine bleed. Yeah, so the packs don't work, which kind of is a bummer. It'd be nice to have packs. That fucking moth. I'll have to kill it later. Sure, when PMDG comes out with their planes, everything will be usable. Yeah. Let me turn down this because it's a little bit bright on this autopilot panel. There we go. We don't need that. Glare shield floodlight, that's what it is. We definitely don't need it being super bright. go get some more stuff on our information here. Get a little bit more to look at. Once we descend, we'll be able to get some weather forecast as well on here. Now that I turned on the weather.
D008109 Heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 430.
Maintain flight level 430. Yeah, it's on autopilot though, so I don't know, man. Oh man, look at this. Look at our waypoints coming up. I think that's waypoints, or what is that? What do you think that is? Yep, that was waypoints. We'll turn off the waypoints so we don't have it too cluttered. Now that we're starting to... No, we haven't descended. I don't know why it's just all of a sudden loaded, but whatever. Hey, that other guy said, trust the FMC and let autopilot take it, so that's what we're doing. Autopilot's in control. Camera options? What camera options did you want to look at? Oh, we can do an upper position. That's nicer. What is smart cam? I don't want to do that. That might just be something I toggle. No? But it does cancel it if I reset it, so something to keep in mind there. Can't. I gotta like pull this down. There we go. Oh, so the landing view is so you can like see up. I can jump in the co-pilot seat too. I want it to fly over here. It's kind of a nice touch. I mean, it's pretty much always been available, but you know. Showcase. It gets loud. It's more for cinematic shots, I think it's for the showcase. But I've got to figure out that audio before I can have it out like that, because it's just blaring. Can't imagine it's enjoyable for you guys to listen to, let alone me listening to it. We're coming in, boys. 150 miles out from HBU. Ooh. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's not station information. That data? I don't know. We'll start turning. That was position information. Okay. Start turning stuff off as it pops up, because I don't know how to do what any of that does. No, that wasn't other planes. I don't think I can see other planes on my HUD here. Whatever kind of radar this is. Because it's a map. It's on my map, basically. So I've got weather, station, waypoints, airports, data. Maybe data might do something for me. I don't know. Position, and then terrain. Why did I turn off terrain? Okay, there we go. Well, maybe I can only have one or the other on or something. Huh. Interesting. And so we can do or set our barometric reference for inches or HPA, whatever that means. 50 altitude meter indications. Yeah. Lots of different stuff we can mess with here. Fortunately, some of the stuff we can't, like this. So I can adjust our actual altitude here. Okay. I need to adjust it for instrument failure. Take a look at our engines, are still looking good. Plenty of fuel. We've got reservoir. Doing good, everything looks good, everything's green. Oh, here we go. Let's set our brake. We'll set it to max brakes there, or max auto for our brakes. None of that works. None of that works. Soon. Starting to... No, we're still not in the descent yet? How are we not on the descent yet? Holy cow, we're still at flight level 430. Feels like we've been at this altitude forever. It's weird, I'm looking at my AC unit over here, and it says it's 80 degrees in here, but I'm starting to like get a little chilly, honestly, from the breeze. I'm descending to 10,000. Is that what they said? No, it says flight level 430 still. Continue to HBU as planned. That says 33,000 out there.
D008109 Heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 430.
That's so annoying, dude. I mean, I get it, why it's doing it, because, you know, it's ideally it's like, oh, you're going off now, so we need to correct you before you do it. But it's just like, because we're doing this with the autopilot, it gets really annoying really fast. I remember when I was playing with X-Plane autopilot, it was doing the same thing. Like I wasn't doing PFC filing, but I was doing like setting it manually, like setting a heading, setting an altitude, and it was like all like just a roller coaster. What's up, Going Lime? How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. How are you doing, man? Are you streaming tonight, dude? You pick up did you pick up Flight Sim, dude? We're doing a trip to Denver right now. We're coming into Denver on our last couple legs here. Not the world's best driver, so you flying a plane is not the best idea. Okay, listen, you can't be any worse than Razum or my autopilot. Okay, both of those are pretty bad pilots, and I'm third in that list. So you probably can't be much worse, to be honest with you. Like this whole thing has been a roller coaster ride on autopilot. Yeah, Razum will make you scream. Just watching them is just, you fear for your life. You don't get none of this stuff. Well, you gotta learn it. Obviously, it's a learning curve. to any kind of piloting. That's why I wanted to learn this stuff, and that's why when I picked up X-Plane before Flight Sim came out, so that I could go in and learn how to do a startup, you know, do a cold start. And so that's what I did. I went and found some free planes, including the Airbus. I don't remember if it was the A320 or another one. It's probably a different one. But I found a free one, and I just watched a YouTube tutorial for a cold start. And I was like, okay, follow this, pause the video, do this, click that, click, you know, and do it. And then I learned how to do a cold start on an Airbus. So 7.4, it's a lot more complicated still. Just looking at this overhead panel just makes me want to just like it gives me anxiety just looking at this panel and trying to determine what all this is. You got a little phone back here. Can't use that either. All right. I feel like you spoke a different language. Cold start means starting from the engines being off. The engine's cold. Like in a car, engine gets hot when it's running. Cold start is engines off and everything, and dark. No lights are on. No components are on. Splicer, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? You been playing around on it? Nice, dude. Changing our radio now.
Denver Center D0081090 Heavy is at flight level 430, descending flight level 430.
Thank you for the 10 bits, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, dude.
D0081090 Heavy Denver Center, continue to Hotel Bravo uniform as planned.
Ooh, some lag. Some lag. I'm getting no FPS right now. There's something wrong with my alerts. Like, I'm noticing when my alerts play, it causes my computer to lag. Yeah, I see that now. What is this? Is that data? Turn off stations? No, it's not that one. But those are those, so now we know that. Oh, those are airports. Holy cow, those are airports, guys. That's a lot of airports. So we're gonna bring it out just enough so we can see Denver here. Not a good in between there. It's just one of the, it's like close or way out far. Dude, I want to play something with you guys too. Loop me in on on your planning. We can all play something. We can all fly together. We can do some flights whenever I have time. All right, King. Have a good night, dude. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. You're gonna miss the landing sequence. That's gonna be a show for sure. But have a good night, dude. Look at you. Look over here. There's a nice sunset. As soon as you get past this pillar, it's just all dark. Listen, the only lime I'll hydrate on my own, like if I feel like I need it, but literally, I had it where it was going like 10 times in a row. Like, people were just like blasting the hydrate, and I was going through like 2 water bottles in a sitting. And I had to go to the bathroom like 3 times. So I was like, alright, I need to raise this up a little bit higher so it's not used as often. We'll say landing a real one is pretty easy. Got to use one of Boeing's full motion sims in Seattle and landed successfully. Nice, dude. That's all your stream consists of is drinking and using the restroom. There it is. That's funny, dude. That's funny. I've wanted to do like those real sims. I think that'd be super cool to do. I don't.
Descend and maintain flight level 430D0081090 heavy.
I don't know any places that do that around me that have those sims that are realistic. Excuse me. Gotta get some DOJ peeps out of this game, make a good group fight. Yeah, dude, I already know like a handful of people that got it or are getting it, you know, and so it's just a matter of like everybody kind of getting the game, downloading it, and getting familiar with it, and then setting up everybody to get to do it. Yeah, dude, of course you can, Camaro. Obviously not gonna be restricted. It's just like being a DOJ, we already kind of know people, you know, so it's like not playing with strangers as much. If we're playing with DOJ people.
Heavy, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 430.
Been undergoing flight training? Oh, like in game or real life? My butt is hurting from this chair. I need to figure out something. Like, this is like supposed to be a nice gaming chair, and it's still like uncomfortable to sit in for a long period of time. I don't know, I might need to get like another cushion or something. Get like another pad to sit on. Still getting the landings down. So glad the flight planning is so easy. No more 2 hours of pain. Yeah, that's what I remember, and that's kind of what turned me off to flight sim a lot. Was like, I want it to be realistic, but I don't want to have to go do research to figure out, 1, my flight plan, and then 2, another hour of trying to figure out how to put it in the FMC. Because all of the free stuff was like, you couldn't even use half of the FMC. So like, it was like pointless, and you had to like pay for a premium FMC. At least this FMC you can use. I like that, because I remember in X-Plane, the FMC doesn't work. It's just useless. So like, having an actual working FMC is really nice. We're descending now? Is that what he said? Flight level? No. Okay. Never mind. Still 430, as you can see, we consistently at 430 there. Dude, I feel like we're never getting to this waypoint. This is taking so long to get to HBU. Oh, there's an airport down there. See that? I saw the light flashing. It's cool to see like the actual terrain on the ground. Yeah, that's exactly. We're still at flight level 430, and we're coming up on our last set of vectors here. I mean, it says 331. It should be at 8,000? Dude, don't tell me that. Why you gotta tell me like that?
Descend and maintain flight level 430D0081090 heavy.
It doesn't have a landing sequence put in. Go to departure arrival. What did we say we were gonna land on? 16 left? I don't see, this is where I'm lost. I don't know what the hell to do. Departure arrival. Arrival at Denver. Oh god, this is where we're gonna crash. Oh my god, look how close we are. Molten 3. No. Molten 3 is not there. Not for 16 left. We're landing on 16 left. Flat 11? Yeah, that's there. Okay, now what do I do? Execute? He wouldn't execute that hoe. There we go. God, see, we weren't even set up for the right approach. Look at that. Well, I can't descend on my own, otherwise it's gonna bitch at me. Request it? Alright, let me see. What do I need to do? Vector for next waypoint or request IFR clearance? Expedite my descent to flight level 330.
Denver Center D0081090 heavy would like to change destination to Denver.
D0081090 heavy is cleared to Denver Airport as filed. Squawk 5526.
D0081090 heavy cleared to Denver Airport as filed. Squawk 5526.
D0081090 heavy read back correct. Radar contact flight level 435. Continue to follow them turning and following heading 010 proceed on course descend and maintain flight level 350. D0081090 heavy contact Denver Center on 134.5.
Alright, so we're going down to 350.
Going to 134.5 D0081090 heavy. Denver Center D00810990 Heavy is out of flight level 435 for flight level 350.
Continue to Folsom is filed. Alright, so we're gonna request a decrease in altitude. Let's see, what does our waypoint say? 5,000 feet. Decrease 10,000.
Denver Center D00810990 Heavy. Request 5,000 feet.
Request denied. I asked to go down 10,000. Alright, so we're starting our descent now. I was trying to go to flight level 250 and it was like requesting 5,000. Like, what? Take over controls. Well, it's not really the autopilot, it's the clearance. Yeah, my range is pretty far. Oh, now it's on airspeed. I don't know how to fix that. Yeah. I mean, I do have a ways to go. That's fine. We'll stay at 350 for now. Until we get closer. I actually need to zoom in my map here. How can I zoom that in? Because this isn't set. How do I change this? Oh, it's this one, right? Okay, there we go. I was looking at the wrong knob, that's why. Yeah, see, it goes from 40 to 160. That's so annoying. Wish there was a little bit more dynamics in oh wait, I can go to 80. Oh yeah, let's see, I go, yeah, from 80 to 160. So we're like, it's like 100 miles out. Just outside of that range. Alright. We'll get there. Sun's still setting. What time are we at in game? Let's see. I know we're not on live time.
119.85 D00810990 Heavy.
9:35 p.m.
Denver
That
Center
sun would be long set, dude.
D00810990 Heavy is at flight level 355 descending flight level 350.
D00810990 Heavy Denver Center, continue to Folsom as planned.
There we go. It's sending me down to 210 now. We're starting to get in range. That's so weird that I didn't have IFR clearance. Because I filed it to Denver with IFR to Denver. So I don't know why it didn't automatically put that in correctly. I mean, I think I established 1.6 left when I filed the plan, but as you can see, it was trying to have me go in the opposite direction, so it wasn't going to put me at 1.6. Oh, maybe I picked 6 left? I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be 6 left and not 1-6. Maybe that's why it was like that. Why am I not going down? It's telling me to go down to 210, but I'm still at 3.5. And I have it set to 2100, 21,000.
Denver
and
Center
flight change mode on.
D08109 Heavy is at flight level 350, descending flight level 210.
I mean, it's putting my throttle at idle, but we're not descending.
Heavy Denver Center, continue to follow them as planned.
I don't know. I guess we have time. I'm just more panicking. There we go. Now we're in 80-mile range. We're moving, baby. Making moves. Making money moves. Alright, let's get our map light down. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to turn it down, not up. There we go. Get prepared for our landing here. I want to have some light on that. That was the panel. Okay. Use a range of like 10. I don't know. I just wanted to like see it because otherwise it's like, okay, we're looking at this, and all I'm looking at is a line. It's just not as entertaining as like seeing the actual markers that we're looking for here. Engines are still looking good. Fuel level's good. We've got our speed brake armed. Oh no, it's down. Should we arm that? Or is that armed? I don't know. I set the brakes already. I set them to auto. Auto max brake. Here we go. Flap limits. This is what I don't know. I don't know flap limits and stuff like that, or when to do flaps. So flap 1, 285 knots. 5 at 265. Okay. We're pretty good on that, honestly. I want to build like a full sim cockpit. Like I want to rearrange my room and do that and build like a full setup. I think that'd be really fucking cool. But I don't have the money or the time right now. Well, like if you build it yourself, so, okay, so I bought CAD plans from a guy that built his own home cockpit. It's not like perfect, but you know, it's something that's considerable. And so I bought the CAD plans already from him, and so I have everything that I need. So that's why I started like 3D printing parts. I was gonna 3D print a throttle, and use like the little Logitech throttle that was thrown into my other purchase somehow, but it's not usable on its own because I don't have the Logitech yoke. So, but I figured I could repurpose that and 3D print a throttle and make my own components and stuff like that. And I was gonna 3D print my EFIS display and the Autopilot panels and stuff like that. But with this new Bravo throttle quadrant, it's gonna have your Autopilot set up. It's gonna have flaps. It's gonna have gears. So I could still do my EFIS display. Maybe I can make an EFIS to use. But like I like to have like actual tangible switches and stuff. And that's why I bought this radio panel. I actually bought this specifically planning to use for Flight Sim 20. And I'm so upset that I can't use it. It's such an like the Logitech one is so nice. It's very clicky. You can kind of hear the clicks in the background maybe. And it's super tactile and it's very nice. I love it, but it's not functional. Not functional with Flight Sim 2020. Unfortunately. It doesn't recognize it. The game doesn't recognize it as a device. And I tested it out of game, so I know that it works. Because everything lights up and everything normally. And I can't even really show you it because it's, it's all screwed down and everything, but the whole panel is turned off. When it's not in use, the panel is just blank. And which it is right now because it's not recognizing it as compatible. So I don't know if it needs a plug-in or a driver or what, So I do know that the honeycomb throttle is going to be ready to go out of the box, with all of its components ready for Flight Sim because they worked with Microsoft on getting that ready. But I don't know if, Logitech is going to update their drivers, make a new plug-in or something, or if somebody else is going to make a plug-in. Yeah. Well, Logitech has plugins on their website for Flight Sim World, X-Plane, and FSX. So they have actual drivers and plugins for those games. And so they need to make one for Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, I'm sure they do, and that's why I'm sure it'll come. I'm not expecting it to not happen, obviously. And if worst case scenario, if they're ultimately sorry, we're not going to support this anymore, then, I guess I could be all right, well, I'll just make it from scratch then.
D008109er 0 heavy descent and maintain 15,000 feet.
Airport elevation is 5,500, okay. That's probably why they denied my request down to 5,000. That says 5,300. What? And I don't know where the altimeter is, so I can't set the altimeter either. Where's the altimeter on the 7.4? That was off memory. There it is. We're going down to 15,000 now. We're starting our descent here. Expedite my descent. Alright, well, let's go. Let's throw back some fucking power here. I'm not gonna put it all the way back like that. That'll fuck me up later. Christian Kemp, what's going on, dude? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, my man. So we're on our way down to Denver, dude. We're flying in a 747 Boeing Intercontinental 747-8, and we're on the home stretch. We're about 90 miles from the airport. Select VNav. That's not working.
D008109er 0 heavy, please expedite your descent to 15,000 feet.
Oh, is that why it was going off of that?
D008109er
Why is it giving me more power?
Denver Center on 125.9er.
125.9er D008109er 0 heavy. Denver Center D00810900 Heavy is at flight level 210, descending 15,000 feet.
Down to 270, okay.
D00810900 Heavy Denver Center, continue to Folsom as planned.
You play this game with keyboard and or a controller? Yes. It's gonna probably be a little hard, but yes, it's possible. You're kind of sad, not gonna lie. You wanted to get Flight Sim 2020 to start for your aviation career, but you can't afford it. Dude, I feel you. It's hard, dude. Just do a couple side jobs or something. Mow some lawns. Dude, look at this bank. Look at this bank angle that we're doing right now. People are flying out of their seats. Buckle your seatbelts, everybody. We're coming in hot. I'm using a yoke right here. So this is a flight yoke. I do have a joystick, but I'm using a flight yoke and a throttle here. Dude, yeah. Don't look at me, dude. It's not me. No hands, you know. That's not me doing my bank. That's the autopilot doing a bank of 30 degrees. See, that's the part of the bugs. It's not realistic. Well, I don't know. Maybe that is realistic that it does that, but I'd never set it. I never set the bank angle. And it's not even going off of my heading. It's going off of the navigation here, because that's a sharp turn. It's a sharp turn right there. It's under the heading changer. Come on. Find it. There it is. Oh. Would you look at that? See, I didn't set that, as far as I know. As far as I know, I didn't set that. So it would have been... Wait, set the altimeter, press B. Shit, what did I do? I fucked up the altimeter. I clicked it right here. Oh, so that's the altimeter right there. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I just did. I just broke something. That's the only downside about using the mouse, because it's for scrolling for zooming. But then if I hover over something that has a rotation knob, it's going to automatically do it on my scroll, which is kind of dumb. Yeah, I tried pressing B. You didn't like it. Press B on what? I can only press B so many times. Now my altimeter is all fucked. I don't know how to set it properly. Okay. B. I have to hold B. Is it because it's on autopilot that I can't set my altimeter? Whatever. What am I supposed to be at right now? Sending to 15,000. Okay, yeah. So we're starting to get some terrain now. Seeing some terrain on our maps. We're obviously getting down there. And turn off his dome light too. What? Why are the lights still on so bright? Turn these fucking lights off. I don't know how to turn this light down. Look in front of you like normal where the range is. What's the altimeter? The STD knob, this one? What is it? What should it be set to? I don't. What am I setting? What am I changing? Barometric pressure, the standard? I don't know. I don't know what I'm changing. Or what to change it to, I mean. Current is 3018. Where do you see that? Look under where your altitude is. What? Move my view above the yoke. Oh, is it like, okay. There we go. I set it to standard now. Is that good? Should I just leave it to standard? Because I don't know what my altimeter is supposed to be. Alright, I'll leave it at standard. If it tells me again it's wrong, then we'll look at it. Ooh, look at that. We're getting into Denver. Or kind of. We're getting there. It's a little ways out. What is this light? How do I turn that down? Because that is bright AF, and I don't need this much light.
D0081090 Heavy, you are 43 miles northwest. Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 16 left approach by TSHNR transition. Clear to TSHNR.
Got rid of the dome light. Okay, so what is this light?
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 16 left approach via TSHNR transition. Cleared to TSHNR D0081090 Heavy.
Alright, so 210 knots. Yeah, I chose 16 left. What do you mean?
D0081090 Heavy, Denver Center. Continue to TSHNR.
11,000.
Altimeter 29.97.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we have planned is 16 left. I picked it in the FMC. Yeah, 16 left. I don't understand why it's trying to tell me to ascend when I need to descend. It's the last of this bottle. Sending to 11,000, so now we're on Denver Center again. 2994 is the altimeter. Okay, let's set that. Two 904. Okay, there we go. That's set. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Now I know how to set it on a 7.4. See, an Airbus is easy. It's easy to set an altimeter. It's very clear and it doesn't try to use other words to make up for it. I don't know why the altimeter's climbing. It's set for 12,000, but I followed VNav. You told me to do VNav. Make up your mind. And it's supposed to be down to 210. Hello? Oh, no, that was, Camaro did. God damn it, Camaro. All your fault, dude. Street Outlaw 18, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Dub Nation. Welcome to the stream, my man. Yeah, he told me VNav, so I hit it thinking it was you. Or thinking it was somebody that knew what they were doing. There's another airport over there. I don't know what airport that is. Let's see. Airports. It's not showing the other airports. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what airport that is. Oh, there it is. That's 11 or KGXY probably. Whatever that is. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Now we're down to 10. VNavs follow what's in the legs. Okay. Yeah, because it's not a landing sequence set, right? It's just for that waypoint in the sky. Descend and maintain 10,000. Alright, down to 10,000. Yeah, should I be decreasing my vertical speed and setting it at vertical speed? Hey, X-Vinny, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Dub Nation. Technically, I'm at 12,000. Nah. Maybe that's why it says 9,000 and I'm not really at it. It's like, maybe it's like really 9,000 off the ground, but not 9,000 altitude. Yeah. Hey, Luskeo1, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Welcome to the Dub Nation. We are, oh, there's our airport right there. Wait, I think? No? We are 4 miles off land. Okay. That's not where we're going. I don't know why, what that marker is. 8,000 feet. Okay. We're already at idle. Oh, the problem is I have
Denver approach
this set, so we need to
heavy is
bring
at
flaps in.
15,600 feet descending 8,000 feet.
What was our flaps at? We're at 210, so we can go to 25. Go to 20 for now. That should help slow us down. Nope, we're going
Denver
25
Center
because we're pretty close in.
D0081090 Heavy is out of 15,200 feet for 8,000 feet.
That should help us bring it down a little bit.
Heavy Denver Center, continue as planned.
What?
Altimeter 29
What's wrong
decimal
now?
niner tree.
I'm coming in for landing, dude.
D00810
Yeah, I know.
Heavy
I
10
know.
miles north of Denver. Contact
Mike
Denver
with the
Tower
raid,
on
my man.
133 decimal tree when inbound.
Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Appreciate you.
Tower on 133 decimal tree D0081090
Landing
Heavy.
assistance. All right.
D0081090
What's our
Heavy
landing gear
Denver
speed?
Tower. Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach. Altimeter 29 decimal niner to windcom.
Cleared ILS runway 16 left
extends.
approach D0081090
270
Heavy.
knots. All right. So we need to get that down quick. Should I dive? Should I disengage and dive? Yep. Oh my god.
Cleared to land runway 16 left D0081090 Heavy.
Nope. Going around.
Decimal tree 5 D0081090 Heavy.
All right, let's go. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Turn right 260. All right, got it. Right 260. Wait, right? You said left a second ago. All right, we're going right now. This looks fire, not gonna lie. Yeah. We're gonna. Oh, we're so close to the ground now. Yeah, we got our. There we go. Our flaps disengaged. Our co-pilot there set our flaps.
Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 16 left approach via Kyle transition. Cleared to Kyle D0081090 Heavy. Denver approach D0081090 Heavy requesting vector to next waypoint.
2500.
D0081090 Heavy continue to Kyle turning and following heading 345.
Continue to Kyle turning and following heading 345 D0081090 Heavy.
Why is my landing gear deployed? We're doing great, guys. Get off the ground. We're at 6,000 feet, dude. Oh, we're still on autopilot. No. How do I turn it off? Trying to get some more speed here so we can get some altitude. We're turning right to 345. We're at 8,500 right now. That's a big fine. Oh, for being over speed. Mike, I've seen your flying, dude. You're not my co-pilot. It's gonna be a hard pass. Alright, we're up through 10,000 now. He's a certified flight attendant. There it is. Alright, now I have no idea where I'm going, guys, so this is where shit's gonna hit the fan. I told you, landing was the part that I'm not good at. Now you're about to find out exactly why.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet D0081090 heavy.
Up to 11,000, Delta 008.
D0081090 heavy descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet D0081090
Right.
heavy.
So let's set ourselves up at 10,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet D0081090 heavy.
Set ourselves up for 250 knots. There we go. All right, now we're back in business. $9,000, got it. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm gonna turn the course once we get closer. That's why I haven't activated the nav. Probably start my turn now. Do a 20-degree turn here. Fuck it. We'll go 30. We'll go full autopilot here. 50-degree bank. Oh, I disengaged the autopilot, I think. I can't set my... It's doing auto throttle. It's fine. Let me get lined up here. Let's take us down to 240. Or go 230 knots. Do some VTOL. Yeah, dude, I'll watch that. I'll try to get us lined up here. What's that heading, do you think? Think I can punch in that heading? Probably a 1-7 heading.
$2,500.
What's up, Isaiah? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I see the field of my 10. I can't set my flaps because I can't reach them.
2,500.
Because of all that shit's in the way. Alright. Oh, fuck. My ass hurts. I need to get some altitude though. I'm gonna let it take me up.
Climb and maintain 8,000 feet D008109 heavy.
I know, right? Alright, here we go, boys. Coming in. Coming in hot.
$2,500.
Oh, okay, we're going in 1-6
Tower
left.
on 133 decimal tree
What are you doing?
D008109 heavy. Denver Tower D008109 heavy 10 miles north inbound ILS runway 16 left approach.
D008109 heavy Denver Tower. Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach. Altimeter 29.9 tree wind com.
Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach D008109 heavy.
Take this big whale down.
Cleared to land runway 16 left, D0081090 heavy.
Trying to also get like my pedals ready to brake. That's overspeed. What do you mean? I'm on the glide slope almost.
500.
Oh fuck.
400.
Why is my throttle going?
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 110.
My throttle, I have auto throttle on still. I don't know how. I'm completely disengaged. Look at this.
50. 40.
The autopilot's fucked. Alright, we're going around again. I have it disengaged. I had it at idle. Look at. I'm at idle. It was auto throttling while we were descending. Now I'm gonna fucking crash.
500. 400. 300. 200.
No, I disengaged. See, that's the problem, Camaro. I completely... Oh. See, yeah, that's... Okay, I have the assist on. Fucking bullshit. That's what it is. How do I turn that shit off? See, it's set off for control aircraft. It shouldn't be controlling my aircraft. All he's supposed to be managing is the radio. That's bullshit. He's fucking up my landings. I can't even get into the pause menu. That's not even an option for me. Pause menu's fucked.
Denver approach D0081090 heavy,
right
requesting
here.
vector to next waypoint.
All it is my stuff.
Turning and following heading tree 40.
Third time's the charm. There it is. Just come in hot for landing on this side right now. Just set her down and slam on the brakes. I want to have like a clearance at least. I'm so annoyed because I could have made that landing if it wasn't for the stupid assist taking over and throttling me up. Because I was on a descent and then it automatically is just like fucking around with me. And I have it disengaged. So it had to be the assist, which is stupid because I don't have it set to assist me. That's so annoying, honestly.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet D00810900 heavy.
Put it back on the autopilot. We'll go around again. I've got to figure out how to disable that shit. That's so stupid, dude. Completely ruined my approach. Find a way to park it in New York skyscraper. There it is, dude. Alright. Third time's a charm. We'll get it. We'll get this bitch down. We'll just come in hot. We'll just come in hot at a smooth 2,000 feet. Let her run off the runway. So we're going around for a Kale approach again. We'll go a little bit out first, then we'll turn back into Kale. Okay, so we can see we've got the speed set, the heading set, and the altimeter, the altitude set. So I can look at these and make sure that everything's off as well. No mistakes, just happy little accidents. Yep, that's right. Happy little accidents a few times. Bring her down to 10,000. Because I don't care what they think. Problem is our altitude doesn't go down fast enough. We're not enough of a descent. Can I use the approach mode? Will that help me at all? It's easier if I let the autopilot turn because I'm not very good at turning. You don't have ILS configured? What do you mean? No, I still have IFR. I still have clearance for IFR. Well, the ILS. I don't know how to set that. How do I set that? How do I fix it in the FMC? It's a whole lesson to go over. Alright, here we go. We're coming in. Bringing this bitch down. I'm just gonna autopilot this bitch all the way in. Read the approach plate, then grab the information, then tune in. Okay, that's, yeah. I'm not doing that on my own. Maybe if I had a co-pilot here with me that actually knew how to fly. The co-pilot's worse than me. I wasn't talking about you, Mike, but if you're feeling like your ears are burning there. I was talking about my autopilot or my co-pilot, AI co-pilot doesn't know how to fly.
D00810 heavy descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 9,000 feet D0081090 heavy.
I deleted videos of all the other attempts. There it is. No, I watched him in Discord do it. I watched him in Discord land. Or attempt to land. Why am I not at idle? Trying to go down here.
D0081090 heavy descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet D0081090 heavy.
There we go. Autopilot's gonna bring us right in alignment here. Alright, now is when we're gonna have to just disengage this bitch. Everything should be off. Everything looks like it's off. Let's get this. Let's bring this bitch down. I am on the wrong approach. I need to go for left, and I'm on the right approach.
D0081090 heavy, you are 11 miles north of Denver. Contact Denver Tower on 133.3 when inbound on the approach.
Fuck, I need to get that.
Tower on 133.3 D0081090 heavy. Denver Tower D0081090 heavy 9 miles north inbound ILS runway 16 left approach.
D0081090 heavy Denver Tower. Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach. Altimeter 29.9 wind calm.
Cleared ILS runway 16 left approach D0081090 heavy.
Look it, he's taking control.
D0081090 heavy cleared to land runway 16 left. Wind calm.
I have no control over this stupid fucking AI.
Cleared to land runway 16 left D0081090 heavy.
Yeah, because he keeps fucking lifting the throttle. My throttle is set at idle. Apparently his throttle is set at fucking 50% still. Look it. He's still keeping it at 50. This fucker.
1,000.
Fucking... I know, stab him, dude. Landing gear's not down.
400.
Is that what that means on my panel? About to find out.
300. 200. 100. 40. 30. 10.
Fuck it, we're going down. To avoid a stall. I'm on the fucking ground. God, this game is stupid.
D0081090 heavy exit runway when able.
Can I have my fucking throttle back? Thanks. Dude, that was ridiculous. That was the stupidest thing ever. The stupid AI took over, kept putting me at way too high of a speed. I'm trying to fucking come in and land, and it's like over speeding me the entire way down on the glide slope. That was so dumb.
D0081090 heavy turn next taxiway.
Well, I would have turned on the next taxiway, except you're telling me to go down this taxiway. Make up your goddamn mind, game.
D0081090 heavy contact ground on 127.5.
127.5 for D0081090 heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome to Denver, Colorado. The current time is, I don't fucking know. The weather is probably pretty good. Light clouds, pretty clear skies. And hopefully you didn't get some whiplash on that. Okay, can I get a fucking okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go. It doesn't let me actually request taxis, so we're just gonna pretend we already have taxi clearance. I know. No, the co-pilot, dude. Co-pilot's on fucking crack. First officer just did a line of cocaine as we were off the throttle quadrant as we were coming in. God, I don't know who would tell a 7-4 to taxi this fucking figure 8 over here. This whole thing is all kinds of fucked up. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator, everybody. They definitely kept the name. I'd like to thank you all for flying with Delta Airlines today, and hopefully you'll come back soon. And we'll see you next time. It doesn't help that my pedals are sliding on the floor, making this really hard to turn. More fun in small planes? Yeah, probably. Yeah, just a little bit in the grass, no biggie. I don't know, man. This is unrealistic as fuck, dude. I've never seen any taxi instructions this ridiculous. Should have gone to JFK. Get Kennedy Steve to give me some taxi instructions. Nailed it. I'd like to thank you all for flying with Delta today. Please careful when you're unloading your luggage, as your luggage may have adjusted during flight. Go ahead. I've got to get external power on. We don't have packs, so we don't have to worry about that. There we go. Ugh. Gosh. I need to get something to hold down my pedals, because that is a huge pain in the ass trying to do this, because I'm going like this with the pedals, but then the pedals are also like turning like this as I'm pushing them, so it's like making it that much harder. I don't know. Alright guys, hopefully you had a lot of fun. I know I did. That's where we're gonna be wrapping things up today, and we made it here, probably in one piece. And maybe we'll depart from Denver next time and we'll go somewhere else, and we'll see where else we can land and have some fun. Maybe we'll go to New York next time. But I think that's going to wrap things up for us here today. As always, make sure you guys join the Discord, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and whatever else is out there right now on social media that I have a presence on. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. We'll do a raid on the way out here. If you want to hang out with me just for a little bit, I'll keep that little fuzz going in the background, that white noise from the airline for you guys. Maybe get some radio traffic as well. If I can get my keyboard to work, we could find somebody to raid. That'd be really cool. Let's see who we can raid here. Anybody know somebody that's online that we can raid? 'Cause I'm having a hell of a time trying to get onto Twitch here, so I can find out if anybody else is live. Not really anybody online that I really super want to raid, but we'll find somebody else that I have here. No, I'm really not feeling anybody else, honestly. So, oh wait, here we go. Northern Alex is doing some flight sim, so I'll send you guys over there. He's got a ton of people watching him, but he's got some flight sim going, so I'll send you guys over to him. Much love. Thank you guys as always. And my keyboard still doesn't work, so I can't actually. So we're not gonna raid him because I literally can't do it. So we're just gonna raid Quick Cal because he was one of the options that let me do it. And he's the smaller streamer. So guys, go watch some Fall Guys, have some fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for being here again. Love y'all. Bye bye.